Hi, and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. Yes, because we have no young commentators, we didn't have them last night on the Friday show, we're into the Saturday show. If you've got games, well, what can we say? Just please go out there and remember, the referee, if you have a referee, you're lucky enough to have a referee, is there to just give you the laws of the game basically, and that's why you've asked him or her to officiate your game today. So please look after them. Maybe a friendly, maybe a bit of a tournament, whichever. I know there's no league games and I know there's no summer leagues. It's all finished now and everyone's preparing for a couple of weeks' time. Yes, when the big season kicks off in grassroots football. But we still emphasise that we need you to support our referees, to be more new referees who have taken up the course and the whistle to come on board at the start of the season. So please look after them and make sure you just leave them alone, let them officiate, and if they're a nervous referee, go over, introduce yourselves, shake their hands and just say there'll be no problem with us, ref. Go out there and enjoy yourselves just like the kids should. And that's all it needs off a manager or coach whenever they see a referee on their game. Just go over, make yourself welcome to them and just let them officiate on their own. If they need any support or anything they need to ask you, they'll come to you, not a problem. So just look after them and get yourself a really good name within grassroots football, and that's what it's all about, looking after our referees and making sure that they're okay, because young referees, 9 times out of 10, the parents are there watching them anyway, so you don't upset them either, because you may be a mum or dad looking at your kids and you don't want anyone to upset them, so why should you upset the referee in front of their parents? I think that's not the way to be. Okay, so wish you luck at the start of the season, but we'll, as the shows progress, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But in the meantime, I'd just like you to give you an update on our lower costs and more funding for grassroots football. And if anyone's been looking on social media and you've seen change.org, that's us, that's what we're doing. DXTL are trying to bring the cost down in grassroots football, because to be honest, I think they're now extreme. Now I know there'll be a lot of people who won't sign the petition for the simple reason is they're happy bringing in the money that they're getting, so why should they change it? But I'm really now asking you parents, you granddads, brothers, sisters, nans, aunties, uncles, who go and watch your child or someone else's child in the family go and play football, or you may enter into your own pocket and give a little bit of change toward the league fees, pitch fees, subs, whatever it may be. Now, I want you to sign a petition, because you must be feeling the pinch. And I know there's plenty of parents talk to me and saying, this is getting ridiculous, you know, what costing, especially if you've got more siblings in the family, and you've got brothers, sisters, you know, a couple of them who are playing football. It's a small fortune, isn't it, you know? And I don't mean that just with bringing concessions for the siblings because there's 1, 2 or 3 of them. I'm wanting to bring in concessions for all of them. At the end of the day, we should have a nice little cap, as we talked about the referees as well, but we'll come into that a little bit later in the show. But I'm asking all of you to sign our DXTL petition. Go on to change.org and give it, because giving the link out is all gobbledygook. So I'm just having a quick look at this one. Yeah, a quick look at that one. I just let that ring because I'm doing my show. So we're asking all the families to get together and make sure that they start telling each other and sharing our petition. Make sure that people come together and share the petition, because we want to bring these costs down. Now, who agrees, please, who agrees with the likes of your hubs, which is charitable trust, by the way, charging £51 for a quarter of a pitch for 5-a-side games? Peak, yes, we know it's peak. Off peak, they'll say it's £35, £88, whatever it is. But 9 times out of 10, off peak, no one can make it because the parents are working, or they have something on and the kids can't make it to school a little bit later in school, and it's a little bit awkward for them. And on the Saturdays, they're all preparing for their leagues that they're going in as well. So it's a little bit unfair to many, and I just think that these prices should be well brought down. I really, really do. Quarter of a pitch for 1 hour is extreme, and that is not just on Merseyside apparently, it's all over. So the national petition, please get behind it and support. You can't lose it. Well, when I say it's not a win-win situation, we know, because we've got to take this a little bit higher, but we need grassroots to push. We need the likes of an established campaign like ourselves, the CIC, Community Interest Company, where everything will go back into the grassroots side of things and what we're trying to achieve. So we're trying to give you change, not just in grassroots football, but change from payments in your pocket. That's what we're trying to do. We want change in your pocket. We want you saving money. So why not just sign the petition? And just can I add as well, when you do sign a petition, and I really support and thank you for taking the time on to do it, is once you've signed, it'll tell you to go to your email and confirm your signature. So if you can go, because I know there's many who are forgetting to confirm when you signed up, they go onto their email address and it'll tell you the little link there. Just click on the link and there you go. Your signature has been counted and it goes in. So we want to try and you know, it's 100,000 signatures before something may be done. But in the meantime, it's not just about the petition. We want as many supporters as we possibly can. And we start off, you've got to start, to get it to 100,000, you have to start off on 1. So every figure that you see on there might be people saying, got no chance of getting 100,000, he's only got 87, whatever it is, and he's only just started the petition. But I've got all the time in the world, and I'll promote it as much as I can. And I know there's 100,000 people out there who want to save money. That's all we're trying to do. And we want to get their voice heard. And by signing our petition, your name is on that. We're keeping you and your kids playing football, because in 10 years' time or less, I can see grassroots football fading away. There'll be no need for it. And the reason why is we're outpricing these kids on playing football. We really are. This is not the Premier League. I can see clubs now turning around and saying, transfer, okay, so-and-so wants to go to you, 20, 30 pounds. It may as well happen, because it's looking like we're in the Premier League in grassroots football. These are kids who we say we need them to have fun. These are kids who their parents are paying a fortune for them to have fun. It doesn't make sense to me, it really doesn't. When you get into the Premier League, if they ever do, and there's a small percentage of kids who will get in there, so everyone else is paying the price. Everyone else, people say you've got to pay, you can't give it free. Yes you can, there's enough funding out there. I'm telling you now, there's enough funding to build some grass pitches, bring them back. Let's get into the councils, bring pitches back, grass pitches. Let's give them a going over, a real good going over. We need, honestly, a really good pitch for people to come and play on, the kids to go and play on, and grass pitches for free. You know, we're banning them off parks for greenery, you know, it doesn't make sense. There's no leagues that be on parks. Kids can't play football, but a get together, and that's what they're all looking for. We'll go to the park and have a little kick around, but it's not the same. It's not the same. You know, you need pitches with a little bit of floodlights. You need them to have something about them, an attraction that people will look after them and think, wow, we're not building houses on here, we're building grass pitches with brilliant drainage. That's all it needs, drainage. Now, I look at Jeffrey Humble and I look at those pitches and I hear that they're going to be doing work on them and giving them good drainage. That's been said for years and years. Those pitches are like that, and the kids have got to pay a fortune. Teams have got to pay a fortune to go on them, £200 to £300. And what they'll do is break it down and go, that's only £1 a child for each game, you know, over the running, the weeks. Well, okay. So if 10 weeks are called off due to the poor weather and the teams don't get any games, if they can't squeeze onto 3G pitches, then those 10 weeks lost have to be at the end of the year where they get an extra couple of weeks probably to finish. They don't get a lot of weeks to finish their games, so what they do is put them in and say, right, 3 games a week you have to pay. 3 games a week. So they've missed out on all those 10 weeks and they're throwing these games in. So you're really struggling, aren't you, a little bit, because you've got to compact, and there's not many managers who can get the time off, and they start struggling and you see teams folding, and that is what's going to happen. So we're appealing to all you, the people who will not vote, as I said earlier on, are the people who are happy bringing in the money. Now you could be paying your child, one child, £360 per year in subscriptions, and maybe there's a signing on fee, and I really don't understand these signing on fees. I don't, because I never had them and there's no need for them, because every payment out of those children should come off, and I just got to get that moth, because that's the 6th moth, little baby moths. I've got to get them. You may have seen them on the show before, but I don't want it flying past the camera because it's annoying. But you may have seen and heard all about what we're doing with, well, within grassroots football, within these teams who are paying the coaches. They're happy. They're happy with the money coming in, the 360 for one child. That child could be 7 years of age. 7 years of age. 360, that's one child. Now, I know teams now are going the whole 12 months. Is that right? Is that wrong? The kids aren't getting a break. They need a break from subs as well. The mums and dads need a break. You can't do it all year round. And I've been there, done it, and it wasn't an experiment. I just know and how much affiliation costs, how much insurance costs. And honestly, it's not, I don't see the point of paying £15 to £20. There it is. I think I got it. £15 to £20. Excuse me a sec. There you go. That's gone. So I don't see the point of a signing on fee myself here, because this is in clubs. How much, I'd like the feedback off yourselves now, mal@don'texttheline.com. Explain why we're having signing on fees, and if you say, yeah, it's to pay the affiliation in the county FAs, well, that should come out the subs as well. Have a breakdown on each team, how much the affiliation is, how much your pitch fees are, your referees fees. Just work it out, because if teams have to collect a little bit, you know, you put your subs down and then collect, oh, we've got to pay the referee, whatever it is, make that a little bit different at the end. But just give us a breakdown and let me know just what it's costing you anyway on your team. How are you surviving? What's your subs? What's your signing on fees? Does that include the kits, or does the team have to bring in a sponsor as well, the manager, because the club won't? What happens if the club doesn't get a sponsor? Where does the money come from to get the kits? Other teams subsidising other teams. You know, I'd just like all the breakdowns, and let us know where we're standing here, because at the end of the day, I know it's costing the parents far too much money. Far too much money. And as I say, it's not the Premier League. It really isn't the Premier League. We need to make sure that the costs are brought down, and if we can get grass football, some of these pitches, bring it free for kids. We can book in a system, everything, make it worthwhile, get the kids back off the streets, give them something to aim for. This is what we're trying to do, and thank you to the coaches and managers who are volunteers there, because it's costing you a fortune as well, who are taking the teams and taking the time out of their work schedule to make sure that they have a team and look after the team, and make sure that everything is above board and paid in, the DBS checks and your safeguarding courses are done, your level 1 courses, your managers courses, whatever it may be. There's a lot of courses out there and it's a lot of money. And someone was telling me yesterday, if they have to go to a level 3, that's £1,000. Will they ever make a fortune? Will they ever make that money back? Not too sure. But are they encouraging these people to go out there and make money? Because not everyone wants a paid coach. Not everyone does, because the simple reason is it's more money. So managers and coaches who've just got the level 1s or 2s will take them and give them free coaching as well, and not charge any of the parents a penny for it. So hats off to all those coaches as well, and managers. So you can understand where I'm coming from. All this money, the hubs costing a fortune, and those prices, let me tell you, because the council have put them up, someone's saying 10%, someone's saying 20%. I think we need to get the real figure, and I think it is 10% rise in cost of grass pitches. And you know, they've gone up and they're not getting the games on there. All the games are called off, the majority, and then you have to play them towards the end of the season, and it's in bulk, as I've just explained there, and it's hard. So where is the money? We need that money to go to good drainage systems. We really do. Give something back to grassroots football. The courses, you've got your likes of your county FAs, they're the governing bodies. They have function rooms, they have their own 3G pitches, there's money coming in that way, there's money in fines coming in, disciplinaries, courses, as we say. There's a lot of money going into county FAs, which are businesses as well. So football, in grassroots football, it is a business, and it shouldn't be. It's classed as a business. There's a lot of volunteers there who are getting, basically taking the mick take out of them. It really is. And managers and coaches are coming up to me and telling me, you know, are they struggling? The admin is on top of that. There could be fines from leagues going on top of that. As I said there, all leagues should have money in their pots towards this season, next season, not thousands in the pots. It doesn't make sense, because teams who are joining, they're the members, it's their money, and that's what everyone's got to understand. It's the team's money who go into this, which should be spent on the teams themselves. Bigger trophies, bigger medals, and just have a couple of £100 to get yourselves over. So there's no problem with starting next season until the money comes in, affiliation fees, and you pitch it. All the teams will pay that. So I don't see the point of having a nest egg in the club unless you are buying out things and supplying them all. They don't belong to the league, they belong to the teams. Everything you buy is the teams, they're the members. Have a look at your handbooks, they are the members. FA handbooks, and tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. Anyway, I'm not trying to turn people against each other, I'm trying to get the support to bring the cost down. And surely, if everyone's telling me that they're involved in grassroots football to get the kids, to help the kids, to make them happy, let them develop their skills, then every one of those managers, coaches, parents should be signing this petition. Because if you don't do anything about it, the money is going to rocket, go sky high. The clubs, everything should be capped. The referees should be capped as well, depending on their levels. A lot of referees come to me and tell me that they don't understand why level 7s are getting the same as a level 2 or 3, whatever it is, who are on higher levels and bigger games, and they're getting exactly the same money. You know, so let's go from there. I know those level 7s can only do certain games as well, but I'll tell you now, I know a couple of level 7s who are absolutely brilliant, who can do those higher games, because the confidence is second to none. And I think a lot of people agree with me out there. Even managers will tell you, young referees, some young referees out there who are brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and will make it. But a lot of those young referees as well will only come in for a few months and then disappear, just to get their money. And there's nothing wrong with that, because we all did paper rounds, milk rounds, everything, bread rounds many years ago to earn a few bob and save our parents, if we could, a little bit extra and give them some change back in their pockets. But I need everyone to support us, updating slowly but surely. The signatures are coming in, and just as I say, a little bit of advice: when you do it, then don't forget to go back on your email once you've signed. You don't have to pay a penny. I know change.org will ask you if you'd like to support their website. That's entirely up to yourself. That is nothing to do with DXTL. Nothing comes to us. It all goes to change.org to keep them going and keep the likes of our petitions going. If you want to donate, fine, you donate. That's entirely up to yourselves. But signing our petition will cost you nothing. It's all free, and it'll tell you on there. Just follow all the details, and please put your vote in. What have we got to lose? Merseyside, we should have 100,000 just on Merseyside alone. So we want to expand the petition, and you'll see it every day and I'll put different things on there and make a difference for you to read, and you can give your thoughts, your feedback. If you want to come in on the show and talk to me about it, get in touch with me, mal@DXTL. In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in to our second show. We'll be back again tomorrow afternoon, and obviously the Premier League is back, so everyone's looking forward to them. Enjoy your games, and let's hope your team turns it around a little bit more, and we'll talk about a few more games tomorrow, but we keep you updated in everything that we are doing with Don't Cross the Line. There you go. So for myself, Marlene, all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, Hearts of Gold initiatives, No Ref, No Game, and Change.org. Money is better in your pocket than out, so please support our petition. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, God bless.